name is George Zhang, and I am a proud member of the Magpie Puppet Club. We are a puppet club that are a group of amateurs who uses paper puppets to tell you stories about the Chinese culture. And we chose the name Magpie because it has a beautiful Chinese translation called 喜鹊, meaning happy birds. And we've performed at numerous events, such as the Mid-Autumn Festival and other Chinese New Year celebrations. Without further ado, today we have a couple stories, and we hope you enjoy. Once upon a time, there were 3 animals living in a forest. A tiger, roar! A rabbit, and a monkey. One day, the Emperor of Heaven wanted to test these animals' virtues. And the Emperor of Heaven is a godly figure who lives in the sky. And he decides to change his appearance to that of an old man and visit these animals.
I will disguise myself as an old man so no one can know my true form. This disguise is perfect. Hello, dear animals of the forest. I have come a long way to visit you today. Would you possibly help me to find some food?
Don't worry, sir. Please wait here. We will come back with food soon.
So the 3 animals went their separate ways to find food.
Look! I have found fish from the river!
Look, I found some fruit in the forest.
I'm sorry. I found nothing.
Well, I see that the 3 of you went your separate ways and did not work together. 2 of you have brought something back for me to eat, but 1 of you has not.
My friends, please help me. I need to gather firewood.
I found some firewood. Here you go.
I found another piece.
And after they gathered the firewood for the old man, the rabbits felt very guilty for not bringing back any food. Therefore, he said something that shocked everybody.
I'm so sorry for being unable to fulfill my promise. But please, you can have me. Please, eat me.
After the rabbit was done speaking, he quickly jumped into the fire pit. The old man was deeply touched by the rabbit, so he quickly transformed back into the Emperor of Heaven and picked up the rabbit's bones.
I am deeply touched by your sacrifice. I will bring you to the moon where you can live forever.
The Chinese believe that the Jade rabbit is a companion to Chang'e, who also lives on the moon. Thank you for listening to our story. A long, long time ago, there were 10 suns in the sky. The suns burnt all the crops on earth, and people were dying.
It's so hot.
The heat is unbearable.
Fortunately, there was an excellent archer whose name was Ho.
Good afternoon. My name is Ho Yi. I love archery, and I am very good at it.
And Ho Yi had a beautiful wife named Chang'e.
I love my husband, and he is very good at his archery.
One day, Ho Yi decides to take down 9 suns to save the world from burning. So he decides to use his archery.
Let me take care of all these sons. Will you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ha ha ha.
The people were so happy that they were saved by Hou-Yi, and soon he became the leader of the people.
Hooray, it's not burning hot anymore.
I am Hou-Yi.
Long live Hou-Yi.
And everyone was very thankful. So Hou-Yi wanted to become immortal after becoming the leader. So he decides to visit the Queen Mother of the West. Now the Queen Mother of the West is a very powerful female figure that accompanies the Emperor of Heaven.
Honorable Queen Mother of the West, please grant me immortality like you.
Here, take this potion.
So the Queen Mother of the West gives Hou-Yi a magic potion that would make him immortal upon consuming it. However, it was only enough for one person. Hou-Yi had loved his wife way too much, and he could not bear the thought of leaving his wife by herself. So he could not drink the potion.
Chang'e, please take this magic potion somewhere safe.
Of course.
Hou-Yi became more and more famous after shooting down the 9 sons. And people wanted him to continue to be their leader. However, not every follower of Hou-Yi had good morality. One follower, such as Peng Meng, wanted to seize his magic potion and become immortal himself. One day, when Hou-Yi was out hunting, Chang'e was home alone.
I have heard of Hou-Yi's magic potion. I know that you have it. Give it to me.
No, you're a bully.
Chang'e knew she could not defeat Peng Meng, so she had to run away. But she was so much slower than Peng Meng, and as he was getting closer and closer, Chang'e did not know what to do. Chang'e decided that Hou-Yi could not become immortal, and that her only option was to drink the potion for herself.
I will drink the potion myself.
What? And after Chang'e had been running for a while, she finds herself lighter and lighter, higher and higher, above the houses, above the trees, above the sky. She landed softly on the moon. She had become immortal. When Hou-Yi returned home from hunting, he was very saddened by the news.
No, Hou-Yi.
Chang'e, my wife, please, come back to me.
Since then, during the Mid-Autumn Festival, people have gathered and to worship Chang'e on the moon. On such celebrations, we have a lot of food to offer. For example, we have fruits such as bananas, oranges, and we also have, of course, have the moon cakes. And even up till now, children still believe that there's a beautiful lady living on the moon. And when the moon is unusually bright, we often try their best to look for the outline of Chang'e on the moon. With that, I thank you for being a wonderful audience. For our next story, we'll tell you about an ordinary man named Wugang and his story with the Osmanthus tree. Stay tuned, it has a very interesting ending. A long, long time ago, there was an ordinary man named Wugang, and he had no particular skills. His parents had left him when he was very young, so he had to live off his parents' inheritance, and he does not need to learn any trade to earn his living.
I do not like to work. I do not need to work. I have enough money to last me for a long time.
Wugang, go out and learn a trade.
There's no point.
Wugang, you can't just stay and use your parents' inheritance.
I already have money. Why can't I?
Wugang, don't be a lazy person. Go out, find a job and work.
I just don't like to work, okay? However, I've always wished to be immortal.
So Wugang set off to the mountains to find the Earth God. Now, the Earth God is a spiritual being that lives under the soils of Earth. His job is to protect the crops, protect the people, and protect the houses. And when ordinary citizens like Wugang run into troubles, he will guide them.
Dear Earth God, I ask of you, let me live forever and to never have to work again.
But the Earth God decides to teach Wugang how to do trades first, and then maybe he can become immortal. The Earth God first taught Wugang how to build furniture. But after a few days, Wugang came back and said,
This is too tiring. Sawing and nailing wood together is just too much work.
So the Earth God decides to teach him how to build houses instead. But after a few days, Wugang came back and said,
This is so boring. Carrying mud and bricks around is just too troublesome.
So he went to go see Earth God again. And he had heard about the beautiful lady on the moon who was immortal.
Earth God, I ask of you, please take me to the moon.
Earth God took Wugang's hand and they flew and landed softly on the moon. However, upon arrival to the moon, Wugang had realized that he made a big mistake. Guess what? The moon was deserted. There was no one there, and as his lazy character suggests, he became bored in no time.
This is terrible. Earth God, please, I beg of you, take me back to the earth.
With Wugang's demanding and ungrateful attitude, the Earth God decides to teach him a lesson.
I will take you back, but on one condition. You must cut down this Osmanthus tree first.
Really? That's it? That's easy. I'm a strong man. Let's do this.
The legend has it, the large Osmanthus tree was 1,665 meters tall. So Wugang started chopping away. He chopped, 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 chopped. But every time, when the tree was about to fall, guess what? It grew back and healed and looked the same as before.
What the?
And every time when the tree was about to fall, Wugang tried again and again, but could not accomplish his task. But Wugang finally started to work very hard at something. But every time when the tree was about to fall down, the tree healed and looked the same as before. Although Wugang had changed into a harder working man, it appeared that the Earth God would not let him go back to the earth. And on clear nights, when people look into the moon, they can see the huge Osmanthus tree that Wugang is trying to cut down. Hopefully, you've learned something from this story. And with that, I thank you for listening to our puppet show. Today's event is meant for the Alberta Culture Day. And after today, we hope that you learned something new about the Chinese culture and the Mid-Autumn Festival. With that, we thank you for being a wonderful audience.